The woman thought it was just a relatively large pit, but when she jumped in, she found that it was actually a footprint. Its size is larger than that of the house beside it. Such large footprints instantly aroused the interest of the military. According to the recollections of the two elderly people, during lunch, their dog kept barking outside, thinking it had seen a stranger. So they didn't pay much attention to it while eating. Suddenly, there was a violent shaking of the house. They thought they had encountered an earthquake. The old man didn't have time to check the situation. He immediately pulled his wife and hid in the basement. But as soon as they hid in, the whole house seemed to be bombed. They didn't dare to climb out until there was no movement, but the scene before his eyes shocked the old man greatly. Their house has become a ruin. It seemed as if something had smashed their house in the middle, and there were still two huge footprints left on the ground. After listening to the old man's account, Lisa felt that it must be a giant creature, but they searched along the footprints for a radius of 15 kilometers, but found nothing. It seemed as if it had vanished into thin air. They even initiated thermal imaging, but still achieved nothing. But such a large creature cannot disappear without a trace. It must have hidden itself. In order to find this unknown creature, Lisa and her team found an archaeology professor. Because he studied these giant creatures more than 10 years ago, they took the old professor to the place where the trolls disappeared. With years of research experience, as soon as the professor arrived here, he sensed that the smell of the soil was not right. The professor compared the map he had left over a decade ago and found that the landforms here were all wrong, and there was even an extra mountain for no reason. Just as the two were about to make a more detailed comparison of the map, the mountain behind them suddenly opened one eye. Lisa felt something strange all of a sudden. She slowly turned her head back, only to be surprised to find a huge eye looking at them. The two looked at all this in disbelief. A huge mountain peak slowly turned into a huge monster right in front of them. The group didn't dare to delay and immediately ran onto the helicopter. The helicopter nearly was trampled to pieces. A huge creature stood up slowly. The helicopter was as big as a toy in front of it. Several people looked at the monster in surprise. The monster roared at them loudly, but the professor laughed. It turns out that such a creature really exists. The on-site footage was transmitted back, and everyone was stunned. They immediately organized forces and set out quickly, planning to eliminate this unknown creature as soon as possible.